guys, welcome to Uncensored with Elahor. This is actually my first episode. This has been a long time coming, and I'm really excited, guys, to share, my life with you, because it's been a journey. Grief is a unique experience, and losing my mom has really impacted my life. Even though it's been 12 years, it still feels like yesterday. So this is what motivated me actually to start a podcast. I just wanted to, talk to people about grief and how they're dealing with grief, coping with grief. So yes, this is why I'm doing my podcast. And on today's episode, our first episode, I have my beautiful dark melanin hair matching each other, my favorite family friend. I call her my personal counselor, because she's been there through my journey. And so Tawa today is my co-host. Meet Tawa Kalito.
Hi everyone. Thank you.
You need more
for having
energy,
me.
girl.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So Tawa, just tell people who you are, so they can get to know you, because they'll see you more during our episode. So why don't you just share a little bit about you?
Okay, so my name's Tawa, and my background is in psychology. I think it's been a long time coming, like Eloha has said, because I think we've had lots of discussions over grief and about your mum.
Yeah.
And I really wanted you to kind of find your happy place. So I'm really glad that we're at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm a big advocate, for mental health, for good well-being, and just finding your way. You're finding a support system, finding your happy place. I'm a very big advocate for that.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that you're kind of on that journey, and that you're willing to share it with everybody else as well.
Thank you. Honestly, to be honest, this is therapy.
Yeah.
It's just that it's being filmed, but I feel like it's very hard for us to go out to have drinks, right? And I'm like, we're going to Mary, talk about boys that we usually do with my friends. And I'm like, guys, I miss my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be actually a sad conversation when we're having drinks. I just want to
be able to express yourself, but
just say,
still,
how are you coping, but not in a depressing way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to drive with my podcast.
Yeah.
I want it to make it a new normal. When you hang out with your friends, they can just like, oh my God, girl, how you coping? Just randomly.
Just like you do with everything else, right? Like with what you say, how's work, how's the kids?
Yeah.
You want to be able to be like, what's your mental health like? How are you feeling?
Exactly.
Like, are you good? Like, what's your week like?
Literally, that's what I want. People to ask about people who they're aware they've lost their loved ones.
Sure.
And that doesn't happen in your everyday life.
Yeah.
After the funeral is done, it's all everyone's goes.
And I'm like really guilty of that. I think when you've not really lost someone so close to you, you don't really know kind of the journey that somebody goes through and the kind of support that they need. And I think when you were going through your journey, I mean, we were young, but I don't think like I just knew what to do kind of thing.
Course.
Just try to be there. But I think over time, and you meet a lot of people that kind of have gone through grief, and they kind of all just say the same thing. Like, I wish people would check up on me after the funeral.
Of course.
And for me, I just don't think about doing that, because I'm just like, I don't want to spoil their day. Do you see what I mean? If they're in a happy place, I don't want to be the one that's come to kind of like, ruin their day and asking about like a parent or, a loved one that they've lost. But I think like for me now, like you definitely created an awareness around grief. And so like, I'm always conscious about being there for people. I'm always conscious about asking how they are.
Yeah, it's very important. And this is why I'm doing the podcast, so people can be inspired. You can just ask your friend who has lost her friend, her mom, her boyfriend, or husband, a child. You can ask them in 10 months, in 3 years time. You can say, how's your baby? How's life with your baby? Even if they have new kids, or even if they found love again, you can still say, how's that going? Like, how are you coping? Make it a natural conversation, because then it's easy for us to come to our friends and family to say what's sad. But I can't do that. I mostly go talking to people who have experienced grief because I find it safer.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I don't want you to think, come on, it's 3 years now, like pity party and stuff like that.
Sure.
But anyways, so this is the reason I have created this. I'm creating this podcast, and it's going to be ongoing. So guys, stay tuned. So this first episode is literally about me telling you guys about my journey, and Tawa is actually the host for today. So take it over, honey. Let me be.
I'm taking over.
I'm now in the hot seat.
Yeah, you are. And I think maybe we should go back to where it all began, like that day where, well, that kind of changed your life, really.
Oh, yes.
Can you take us back there? What happened?
Oh, okay. So, am I cry?
It's fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
So, July 7th, 2012. You know, that's my worst nightmare. I hate July. I hate the date. I hate the month.
Okay.
Yeah. So, July 7th of July 2012, I was talking to my friends like 2 a.m. It was a weekend, I think, because I was up to like 3. And my mom was like, why are you still talking on the phone? Who is the boy you're talking to? Whatever. I was like, Mom, leave me alone, man. Oh, what is it you want? You know, and, you know, so I went to bed late, right? But I just woke up to my name, Eloho. And I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on, that's strange. And I got up from the bed and I ran to the living room. My mom wasn't there. So, because we lived in a 1-bedroom. So the next place to check is the bathroom. And I just see my mom on the bathroom floor, like panting really heavy. And obviously because she was taking a bath, so she was naked. So I was like, Mom, are you okay? But her eyes was closed. It looked so bad. And I was so scared, and I was 21.
Wow.
So, and also, I've never had any traumatic, I was living my best life. Like, I didn't even know people fell sick, because I don't fall ill. I didn't even have period pain. So I had the only thing I used to get was maybe flu. So I didn't even know there was sicknesses. I was living in a bubble, I'm not going to lie. So, you know, I ran to call the ambulance. And I said, my mom is on the bathroom floor. They said, go and check. I was like, I can't. I was like, okay. And I went back. I said, she's on the floor. They said, okay, we're coming. So I hung up. Then I called. They said, just, you're fine. Call family and friends. I called my brothers. They were not picking. Then I called Tare, my cousin. You know him. I was like, Tare, oh my God, my mom is on the floor. I've called the ambulance. Please come. It's really bad. I have a good instinct. With me, I have a good instinct. With my friends, my close friends, I'm like, Elho, why do you know when something bad is happening or when something's good is happening? It looked up, I just thought the worst for some reason.
Yeah.
So I was like, Tara, please come. It's really bad. She's like, okay, we're coming. And then he was like, but for some reason, I just couldn't go to the bathroom, which I regret to today. Like,
You felt like you left her alone?
Yes, I felt like I should have held her hand. I should have, like, you know, like, I think if someone is dying or if someone is sick,
Yeah.
I think I feel like if you're like giving comfort, they hear your voice.
Yeah.
And also because I watch movies a lot, it's like when when you watch these movies where someone is dying, you're like, I'm here, honey.
Yeah.
Don't close your eyes, wake up, I'm here.
Yeah.
That voice keeps you alive, I think. To be honest, I believe, not think. I just felt like, Eloho, that's my worst regret in life. I wish I don't know why I couldn't.
Yeah.
Why didn't I? I don't know why. I swear, I wish I knew. I couldn't go back to the bathroom. I was praying though. Praying. Like, I was raised a Christian, but like, I believed in God. I don't believe in God anymore, but that's a story for later. But I was praying. I was like, you think I was a pastor's wife. I was like, God, please help my mom. I could tell it was bad.
Yeah.
Finally, my cousins came. No, the ambulance came. They came and they were trying to get my mom. I know she was naked. I couldn't. They didn't want me to come as well. They brought her out. They're trying to give her the CPR. Nothing was happening. Then they said to me to go to the hospital. That I regret again. Because why would I leave my mom and go to the... Why did they tell me to do that? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I said I should go to the hospital. I meant to ride in the ambulance with my mom. So honestly, to be honest, yeah, I'm angry while I'm talking, but thinking about it, it's just
I think when you're in the moment, it's just hard. I mean, there's so much emotions, and again, it's like you said, you know, it's what you're unaware of it. You don't know what to do like in those moments, and so you can't almost blame yourself. But I do understand that you would have felt like, you know, you wanted to offer her some comfort, or you know, but at that stage, you know, you just didn't know how.
No, I could have. Come on, I could have. I'm affectionate. I could have just held her hands, but I was just scared. Like, everything up until that day has been. I'm a positive person. Everything is positive about me. I didn't know people were sick or dying. I was delusional. I'm not gonna lie. I was living in a bubble. You know, I didn't even know people get sad or people were crying.
Yeah,
I'm emotional, but if I'm crying, it's because I'm tears of happiness. So, you know, I prayed. I just want to cut the story short. I prayed. I went. Anyways, I left with my cousin. I can't even remember. Anyways, I found myself in the hospital waiting. It took forever for them to come. I was like, why is my mom not coming? Like, why? Like, what is
your
going on?
brothers with you at this point?
No, my brothers,
just
I think they were somewhere and they were making their way to meet us. Finally, I saw them reeling my mom in and they took her. They said they're coming, they're going to work on it. I was like, okay, cool. I went with Jenny. Jenny's my cousin. I went with her to the bathroom. I was like, Jenny, this is bad. I was saying to Jenny, I was like, Jenny, this is bad. She was like, no, Elohor. I was like, this is bad. She was like, Elohor, trust me, there's nothing wrong. I was like, okay. Came back and I saw my mom's sister. Was it Auntie Mary? Was Auntie Laura there? I'm not sure. Okay. I saw my mom's sister, over my cousins, and I was like, what is happening? I don't know who told me that she's passed away. Mm-hmm. Like, all I remember was, what? I was like, what? I was like, I felt it float. I remember Tara holding me. I was like, so I was thinking I'm going to run out so the bus can hit me. That was the first time I thought of suicide. After that, I haven't though, because I don't think I can ever kill myself. But that day, I was just like, okay, just find a way to run into the main road. It was St. Thomas Hospital. Run into the main road so that you can die immediately now.
Wow.
Just do that. Just do that. So I was saying to myself, like, I need to run into the... And then while I was standing outside, I saw Cheryl, my friend, and she was like, hello. Oh, I texted my friend because you see with me, I don't have sisters. So like, I feel like anything that's happened to me, my friends, when I was younger, my friend knew about everything. If I have a sport, I'm like, oh my God, I have a sport, because my friends are my sisters.
They were like your sisters,
but things have changed now. But my friends, I used to look at my friends as my sisters. So I texted all my friends, Sean, everybody, Debbie, I texted everybody. So I saw her, she was like, hello, what? I said, my mom passed away. Like, can you believe it? So she distracted me from that thought, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I was at the entrance and that was while I was with Tara, I was thinking of how I was going to run. And when I saw her, she was like, hello, oh my God, where is she? I said, she's inside, I can't go in. She's like, hello, you have to. So to be honest, like, that's one thing I would thank my friend for, because everyone, while I was out there, everyone was in there with my mom. I said, there's no way I'm going to see my mom not alive. She was like, hello, you have to. She encouraged me, she motivated, she was like, you have to. And honestly, like, you know, I'm just going to say her name, Cheryl. Like, if you ever watch this, I'm going to tell you thank you, because I don't think I've actually had the opportunity to tell her to talk about this bit. Like, thank you, Cheryl, because that's a big thing you did for me. Till tomorrow, I still see like right now, I can see my mom's face. Yeah. I remember she came in with me. Okay. So she came in with me. Yeah. Actually, she was like, to be honest, Cheryl, like, thank you, because I can't do it I won't be able to do it for someone. I'm not gonna lie. I won't be able to do what she did for me to someone. Yeah. She made me go in there, and she actually came with me and held my hand, looking at my mom, and my mom didn't look like she's passed away. So I was saying to the doctors, like, please, are you sure? Please. They were like, I'm sorry. I was like, please try. Nothing happens. But anyways, that's it. Wow. That was the worst day of my life. Yeah. And that was how I lost my mom.
Wow.
Yeah. just like that. She was not sick, nothing. Like, I swear, I couldn't, you know when they say, this kind of thing would not happen to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would lose my mom.
Yeah.
Like, even to today, I'm still confused, like, wow. But yeah.
Wow, that,
Yeah, that's how my mom left me.
And how have you navigated life since then? What has life looked like for you since that day?
Well, life.
Because you were young.
Yes.
Did you feel like you had somebody else that stepped into that role as a mother figure, or did you have any guidance? Like, how did you kind of find your way?
So my mom was my mom and my dad. So I wasn't close to my dad. So my mom was the only one I knew.
Yeah.
I have my 2 older brothers, but although I have my brothers and I'm close to my brothers and I have cousins, but you see, my mom was so powerful that no one was relevant. They were my brothers, but I didn't ask them questions about life stuff. It was my mom. If I needed money, I never said, Timmy, can you give? No, my mom was literally my God, my rock. I didn't need to ask anybody for anything or help or questions. My mom had the answers to everything. So I swear I was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was after then, funeral, everything happened. I was with you, so obviously you were there with me. Everything became dark. It became a dark cloud. I used to follow you to work.
Yeah, I remember.
I
remember that you used to come with me to work. Yeah, because you didn't want to be alone.
I couldn't be by myself. I used to follow you to work. So I had different things. I had panic attacks. I was hallucinating.
Panic attacks.
Yeah. So
what? When did you
get panic attacks?
Okay.
But that happened when the second time I went to my mom's grave. This is why I haven't been to her grave.
Okay.
So the second time I went to her grave, maybe under 3 months, we had a family thing. I still remember the outfit I wore. It was a park. I don't know, years ago when we went to the park, and I think I told you guys that I just came from the grave. I came from the train. We went to the park. I don't know if you were there, but it was a family barbecue.
Okay.
I went to the
gravesite.
To the gravesite.
Yeah. Came
back, and everything was just weird. And then I got back to because obviously we had to move to stay I had to leave my mom's house because I couldn't stay. I had the opportunity to stay there, but I just couldn't sleep there. I was so scared of everything. So we were staying in a temporary accommodation, and I just couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden my chest was beating fast, and I didn't know what a panic attack was. So I didn't know it was a panic attack. So my chest was beating so fast, I thought I was dying or having a heart attack. But it was midnight. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, and it stopped. But then I could find but I didn't do anything at first.
Okay.
I thought, okay, maybe I don't know what was going on. It started happening. So what started happening was, when it getting dark, I can feel the panic attack coming, so I won't sleep. It's when I'm about to go to sleep, I get a panic attack. So I stopped sleeping in the night, and all I did was watch series all through the night. I watch series in the morning. When it's daytime, I fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah. So my mind kept going, and then what I would do, even I was working with my friend Joy, I was like, Joy, I'm getting panic attacks. Then I had to go to the GP, and the GP told me it was panic attack.
Okay.
You're having panic attacks, and then they said do some breathing exercises. It would help you. Drink water, it would go. I was like, oh, okay then. So I knew what it was, and I started googling about it.
Yeah.
Deep breaths and stuff, but I knew how to control it, but I was still getting panic attacks, and I couldn't sleep. So when it's worse, there was one day it was so bad. At 12 or 1 a.m., I called Joy. Joy, I'm coming to your house. My panic attack has started. I opened to her house. I was laying next to her, and I will still have the panic attack, but I still felt like, okay, at least if I die, someone is present with me. So yeah, that's when it started. But this is the reason I haven't been back to my mom's grave, because of my panic attacks. Yeah.
Do you have a fear of dying?
No, I used to. No, when I just lost my mom. Yeah. Not now. Now I'm actually ready for death, boo. Now, I'm ready.
I feel like, obviously we've known each other, for the longest, but I feel like your mum passing it dimmed your light a little bit.
Oh, my light is still dimmed. Oh, it's still dimmed. Yeah. to be honest, my podcast is the first passionate thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because since I lost my mom, I lost all interest. I'm a go-getter. I'm no more a go-getter because I feel like my mom was a go-getter. She worked so hard to provide for me and she just died like that. Like, come on, I can work hard and just go. So me now, I live soft girl life. I don't try to, I'm not here trying to hustle to become rich. What I'm just thriving for is health and happiness. And I'm very content with how I live my life now. So I'm no more, come on, I gotta go because I'm thinking go build a mansion then just die tomorrow. Like no. So the way I live my life now is very in the moment. Like,
do you feel like you've been a bit negative since your, like, in your perspective of life? Because obviously, like you said, you know, you lived in a bubble, everything was just like so nice for you growing up. Do you feel like you've become like a negative, like how do you, I don't know, like how has this changed you?
So listen, how it's changed me is, you know, it's changed me with friendship, dating. I don't know, I've been traumatized from my dad, so I don't know if that's affected me dating or maybe just add to it, but friendships and just how I see life, because I don't have sisters, so I look at my friends as my sisters, and I feel like you should be there for your friends. That's the mentality I have. But when I lost my mom, I had expectations that my friends would be there for me. And to be honest, as an adult, they were there for me. But as a child, then, to me, they were not. So so let me just be clear. At the age when I lost my mom, 21, 22, 23, I don't think my friends were there for me the way I wanted them to be. But now as an adult, they actually were there for me the way they knew how.
I was going to say, because I mean, like, even for me, I know that obviously we were together a lot, but I don't think I think I was there, but I don't know whether I was there for you. Do you see what I mean?
So you were there for me. I'll tell you how, because you see, you told me I can come with you to your work.
That's what I mean. I was present. That's
fine, because even then I wasn't talking. Was I talking then? No, I was just crying. That's all I did was cry.
But I don't know whether I was much support in the sense, like, I don't know how I could have helped you more in that, because I think for me, I hadn't lost anyone. I mean, my father passed away when I was really young, so I've just not known him. Do you see what I mean? So even though it's a loss, and I can sometimes be resentful of having that loss, it's a loss that I didn't have a relationship anyway. But I think for you, like, you've lost someone that means something to you. And so I don't know if I knew how to be there for you, or what you would have wanted at that time.
So you were there for me. So you know what it is. From all my friends, I wanted different things because they brought friendship brings different things to the table. With you, the way you were there for me is because of your work. You know more about mental health. So when I'm crying, you don't cry with me. You don't like say, oh my God, like you were like my therapist, and you're still like my counselor and therapist, because you were more constructive, and this is what I needed, because I was lost. And so you were like, oh, this is what you should do, don't worry, it's fine. You were literally there for me, Tawa, trust me. You made me come with you to your work because I couldn't be alone. I didn't ask you. You said, Eloho, come with me. Because all I could communicate at that time was the things that were happening. Oh, I'm scared of the dark. Once it's getting dark, I have to be indoors. There was no way I could be out at 4 p.m, 5 p.m. in winter. Because I don't know why. To sleep, I thought if I slept, I won't wake up. So you were like, okay, come with me to work. So I followed you to work. So you were there for me. You know, my other friends, I had a friend who lived alone. The expectation I had from her was to say, come and stay with me for like a week or two, or spend the weekends with me. It didn't happen. I was expecting that. My other friend, Debbie, who was there for me. Oh my God, Debbie, shout out to you. Yes, Debbie was there for me. Debbie hadn't experienced loss. But she was there for me. Like, to be honest, she was...
What did you need that she gave?
Literally how I love was how she loved me. She would call me, even when I was mean, rude, I was a bitch. I was evil when I lost my mom. I hated everyone. I was angry. I was not myself. Debbie, I would be like, leave me alone. Leave me. I don't want to see you. To be honest, I don't want us to talk. But she would take it. because she knew I was
What
grieving.
you're going through, yeah.
Maybe till today, I worship the ground she walks on, and now she's lost her mom, and even I feel like I'm not even there for her like she was for me.
Yeah.
And it's different to be there. It's hard to be there for people as a child and when they're an adult, because as a child we have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
So I could come to your house, no one like.
Yeah.
But now everyone has kids. People
Life happens.
People are not.
Yeah.
People are going to work, so you can't just
just
say, "Oh, I'm coming to your house."
Yeah.
I have to call you.
Yeah.
And so when you're calling someone who's grieving as an adult, it's very difficult, because like my friends who've lost people now, I can't just go to their homes because they're working, and even when they're calling me and not picking up, they're not answering. Unless it's that, if it's maybe more, then I'll go to their house. But I'm changing off topic. But my friend Debbie was there for me. She would call what she did for me. So maybe people who are watching can do that for people who are grieving.
Okay.
I would ignore her. She would message me. She would come to my house. She would bring me food. It's so funny. She leaves me money. I don't know why. I'm not saying people should do that.
No, but it's just.
But she was just annoying like a mother.
Yeah.
She was really annoying like a mother's love.
Yeah.
She would leave money on the table. I don't know why.
But they,
Oh, Debbie. Oh my God. Listen.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to have somebody,
Debbie,
or have people around during that time, because I guess not everybody has a community or a network of people that they can get some sort of support from. But I know that there was a time where you felt like you had to escape from being here, so you went back to Nigeria, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, because
why did you think that you had to go? Like, why did you have to leave? What?
Yeah, because everything reminded me of my mom. I went to Tesco with my mom. I went to the shops with my mom. Also, I just realized that, my mom spoiled me. Like, my mom, literally, like, I didn't think I was a poor person. I'm not poor, but my mom, I thought I was rich.
Yeah.
Because I didn't ever lack anything.
Yeah.
Money was available to me. She literally gave me everything I wanted.
Yeah.
So, and she did everything. Like, she cleaned, she cooked. She even thought I was dirty because I wasn't cleaning, because she, so I didn't even realize that I didn't know how to even buy washing soap powder. I didn't know which one. It's so weird. I didn't even know, bleach, because I never bought this thing. I never did all this at 21.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You're just living your best life.
Also, though, let's be clear, because I was born and raised in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And so I came here when I was 15. Well, so obviously as I came here, my mom was always buying this stuff because she went to, so it wasn't like I grew up here. So in case people are thinking, how come at 21 she don't know what bleach to buy?
Yeah.
So because I didn't really do the shopping, because my mom did it when I moved here.
Okay.
So she just did it. I never went to the shop to buy bleach. All I shopped was fashion clothes, because I worked on Oxford Street. So my point is,
did you grow up with your mom?
No, so I didn't grow up with my mom until I started even living here. Yeah, it's very complicated. I grew up with my wicked stepmother and my dad. Yeah, so I had to put the wicked in there because, honey, I really even didn't know my mom was my mom. I used to think my wicked stepmother was my mom. The way my mom died, I don't want to die that way. My mom died looking after her children.
Do you not just believe that everybody is gonna die, and that was maybe just her time?
Yes, I believe that, but I don't believe in God in that sense, because